This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so a lot of people were talking about, we're going to do a light story to start off the day, but a lot of people were talking about a lot of drill rappers not being relevant anymore from 3 years ago. That's common, man. That happened in Chicago. I'm not shocked about that. They say B-Love, J.I. Skillabang seems to be still doing stuff, but he's not as relevant. And Ice Spice, we know, will fade out. I mean, they still got A Boogie. He's not really a drill rapper, though. He's a little more than that. And he has his own... to me, he has that Dej Loaf type style. But, you know, people argue against that. But if you want to last more than 10 years, you got to make full albums that are full of hits. Like Cardi B still in the game. She has an album that's full of hits. So she was able to coast off that for... I mean, it's been almost 7 years, bro, that she hasn't dropped an album. Let's be honest. When was Cardi... Well, maybe longer. Maybe 6 years. Wait, Cardi B last album was Invasion of Privacy in 2018. I've never seen somebody drop an album 6 years ago or 6 years in between time and still be as relevant as Cardi B is. I mean, that's pretty crazy, okay? Usually, you have to drop another album within 2 to 3 years, right? Cardi B has proven everybody wrong on that one. Ice Spice definitely going to fade out this year. The last song she put out was so trash. But then we got Jam Master Jay's trials coming up for the guys who killed him. 22 years later. Okay, so now Southwest T will be subpoenaed in this because he was supplying who knew Jam Master Jay was dealing coke for BMF all that time in the late 90s, early 2000s. But that's what was happening. He was supplying Baltimore. Okay? Oh my gosh, you can't make this up, bro. I mean, who would have thought? So he's gonna have to, like, I guess that whole shooting happened over like some bad drug deal or something like that. So we'll get more information on all that. But Southwest T will have to testify, and we'll get more information on all that. That's a documentary in itself. I hope they tackle that in 50 Cent's BMF series. I can't wait for that to come back on, too. All right, so next up, we got Dame Dash and Jay-Z. So Dame Dash claims that... Well, first of all, let's highlight this. Remember when Dame Dash wanted to sell his Rockefeller... He had 1/3 of Rockefeller. He wanted to sell it. And he wanted to sell it on the open market. But he was denied of that, right? So Dame Dash did a live today claiming he beat the system and he figured out a way to get rid of his Rockefeller stuff, right? Because through this whole trial with the guys who he allegedly stole the movie from he was working on. It was like, the first one was Dear Anne Frank, and he made the list, right? And it was basically the same movie or something. I don't know, man. You know, like, I wasn't too impressed with the trailer for either of them. But anyways, Dame Dash lost a judgment of like $800 and something thousand, right? And they are forcing the sale of his Rockefeller stock because that's probably all he got, right? So he claims he beat the system. Nah, bro, you don't have it. You know, Dame Dash always tries to claim things that they aren't. Now, Dame Dash was going to get paid $1.5 million from Jay-Z, but he refused to sell it. He wanted to sell it in the open market. He thought it was worth more than that. But now look where he's at. You know, it's unfortunate because who wants to see Dame Dash lose? I don't. I want to see him win. You know, I just think he chose a different path. And I guess there's a lot of instances. I'm not trying to paint him as a bad person, but I think he does a lot of business deals on a handshake, and a lot of people's. This is what, that's exactly what I think happens. I think Dame Dash is the type of person to do a lot of business on a handshake and just an agreement. And sometimes when you do that, right? So Dame Dash might hold up his end of the bargain, but the other person might feel like I'm worth more or I'm owed more. And then you end up in a bad situation where, someone is putting allegations on you and everything and making you sound like you're a bad business person when really you're not. The person agreed to something and they're unhappy with the agreement they made. And now Dame Dash looks like the bad person. Now, I'm not saying he's the best person. I mean, he's ruthless. That's how he got Rockefeller started. Without Dame Dash, there would be no Jay-Z. Because he needed a ruthless person to get in the game. People didn't want to sign Jay-Z. Dame Dash made them listen to Jay-Z. And look where it's at now. So this is not a win for Dame Dash. It's actually a sad situation because, he's losing ownership. He doesn't have control of how he's losing these Rockefeller shares. He's not able to put it on the open market. Jay-Z and Big stopped that. But now, look. Now these clowns are going to own it, I guess. I guess he'd rather just have them have to deal with these clowns than get the extra money. I mean, sometimes it's just about principle. And this might be Dame Dash's kind of get back at Jay-Z. I don't know. But it seems like he's having fun in life with his wife and his kid and creating. That's all that matters, right? Anyways, this is Jordan Tao with JT News, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.